What's up, people? This video comes from Gina Harrison. Little different perspective. Have a quick look. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, Gina. The pros and cons of the mukbang community. Ooh, fascinating. Fascinating. Gina, good choice. Oh, is this a trigger warning? Oh, no, okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't understand these like disclaimers. It's like, whatever, anyway, who cares? The life of a free spirit. Fascinating. Okay, well, let's take a look here. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers you want me to take a look at, let me know. Leave me les comments.
오늘 먹을 건 이거예요. 이거는 계란밥. 은 아니고요. 제가 어제
Sorry. Well, I don't know. How long is this? Because I just want to move my overlay if this is going to be like a long... Okay, so not a lot of subtitles.
5시 정도에 정말 매콤한 게 땡겨갖고 낙지볶음에 낙지덮밥에.
So how's everyone doing?
I love how fluffy they are. They're like fluffy little things. Fluffy burgers. Very soft.
Hey y'all, so another topic video that I've been wanting to do, like I told you guys, I've been wanting to talk about the mukbang community. This is going to be just me briefly touching on my thoughts. The reason why I titled this the pros and the cons is because I feel like I see the pros and the cons in the mukbang community and mukbangs in general. And it's highly concerning because I'm seeing, in my opinion, mukbangs become more and more problematic than they are comforting. And this is just my opinion. If you don't agree, if you love mukbangs, it's your favorite thing to do, you mukbang all day, you mukbang all night, that's all you watch, that's fine. You are entitled to how you feel in your own opinion. I'm just sharing mine. I guess the reason why I do feel a major way though is of course like watching Amber for the longest time, you know, getting acquainted with Foodie Beauty and her content and crap like that, and of course Trisha Paytas, who some people would argue that Trisha Paytas started mukbangs before they were known as mukbangs, even though mukbangs does originate from Asian culture as far as just wanting to, you know, show companionship as far as just eating and kind of just sharing the company of others over a meal, and that's okay. And but see, even like if you watch some of the like, because there's different mukbang channels. There's other mukbang channels to where they will do them more in the Asian fashion, where they're just sitting on the floor at a table or whatever, and they're eating and they're just having mild discussion, and they're not trying to gorge themselves. They're not forcing themselves to down a whole Domino's pizza. This
is so interesting. I've never... I guess I'm not special. I thought I was the only mukbang commentator, but apparently not. Apparently somebody thought of this before me. This is so interesting to see somebody else comment on the mukbang, like mukbang commentators. Is this now a thing? Is this like, oh God, what is the world coming to? Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, well, anyway, you know, what I realized, and the like watching these mukbang videos like made me realize this, is that number one, people will watch anything. They actually don't care. Number two, there's actually people out there who enjoy watching somebody eat. Okay, like it's insane, actually insane. And number three, people are just so lonely that they just want somebody to talk to them. That's really all it is. Like I mentioned this, I think this was in like my last, because I started doing mukbangs now. Like just honestly, just because they're so easy. They're the easiest videos to make. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like this is my tripod, right? You see this? I'm not sure if it's showing up, but like this little smiley face right here, that's where I duct tape my phone to the wall. Oh, my back. I put my food on this table and I eat my food, and that's it. Like that's my mukbang, right? And I literally just talk for like 40 minutes as I eat whatever I'm going to eat for the night. And people actually watch that and comment on it, and strangely, those are some of my most popular videos. How do you explain that? I don't know. I don't get it. And it's not because I'm like a super interesting person that people love, right? Because you have so many people who are doing this exact same thing. Definitely a strange phenomenon.
It's literally just them and their conversation, and they're just enjoying, you know, what it is. And if they have food left over, then they talk about they have food left over. It's not that big of a deal. However, I do have an issue with how mukbangs for some people, like Hungry Fat Chick. A lot of you guys have asked me my opinions on Hungry Fat Chick. A lot of you guys have asked me my thoughts on her. The reason why I haven't done reactions to her or spoken about her much is because I always kind of felt like there was something there about her that was deeper and underneath the surface that was sad. And I'm happy that I watched Kumi Katora's. I hope I'm pronouncing that channel right, but if I'm not, definitely go ahead, feel free to correct me. But I saw their video on Hungry Fat Chicken and it put together a lot of perspective for me. But even before that video came out, I had just, like, you know how you guys can like feel the vibe when you're watching somebody? You guys probably know what I'm talking about, right? I always felt like there was something sad there. And I really picked up on it. You guys remember when she was taking shots with Nikocado Avocado and they were just sitting there drinking? It was kind of awkward. She wasn't saying much. She seemed highly shy, but she also just seemed kind of weighed down, and I'm not being shady about her weight at all. Like, her heart seemed heavy, okay? And that's just how it came off to me. Now, I am not, body language reader of the world, girl, but like, I am sensitive to energy, and I feel like I do have good intuition when it comes to listening to my gut and trusting my instincts and my intuition about things. So that's kind of how I operate. And I feel like Hungry Fat Chick, just as one example, because I feel like it's many examples, was a person who started mukbangs as like an escape, to just maybe eat some food. It's all she knew, and see where it goes, and maybe people would be entertained. I understand that she has feeders. It's obvious. A lot of people who do mukbangs on here have feeders. It's been something.
I'm not sure where she's going with this. It sounds like it's basically like I've commented on. It's so strange, another mukbang commentator, whatever. Anyway, I've like watched and commented on other mukbang people before. The reason I haven't done Hungry Fat Chick is because she seems depressed and she's not eating for the joy of it anymore. She's eating because that's like where she gets her social validation from, even though it's clearly like, she's gonna be dead by 2020. And that's why she doesn't want to comment on it. From my point of view, I don't know, maybe I'm just an asshole, but like, if people want to do that, it's, I think it's gross, straight up. Like, I don't, I would never do it. I would never recommend that anybody does it. But if people want to ruin their lives and like X themselves out of humanity prematurely, okay, as long as it's not like anybody close to me or in my family or my friends, but even them, like, honestly, like, you can't really help your friends. You can't really help your family. You can try, right? You can try and be good influence, and you can try and like, tell them what to do and like help them make the right choices and all that stuff and educate them. But at the end of the day, if they don't do those things when you're not there, what have you done? You're gonna like stand over somebody and monitor them? Like, okay, if it's your kids, fine. They need to be monitored because they don't have any experience. But like normal people, adults, like the buck stops with them to make that choice. Anyway, see where she's going.
Thing that I have slowly gotten myself aware, like brought myself some awareness to, because it's one of those things that I didn't really want to believe because it's so dark and it's honestly gross. Gross in the sense that you are co-signing someone's demise. You are egging that on, and you're okay with it for your own selfish gain. You don't care what this person overeating and stuffing themselves is going to do to them. You don't care how it's going to affect them. You don't care what they struggle with emotionally that makes them and drives them to the point of wanting to binge on camera for your satisfaction. That's selfish. I can't relate to that. And it's disappointing. When I started kind of looking into like the history of her channel and stuff, I could tell she was just shy or whatever, and she just always seemed like the person who wanted to fit in. A lot of YouTubers, I feel like, we're all just people who were looking to fit in. But I think what a lot of YouTubers get lost in, and what a lot of creators don't understand, is that sometimes when it comes to using and creating our own platforms, it is no longer about fitting in, because your channel is your channel. You are driving that force. It's in your hands. This is no longer about fitting in with the cool kids anymore. This is no longer about, oh, well, will they accept me for who I am? No. This is about who you are, what you like, what you want to do, and it's your journey, period. And if people respect it, that's cool. If people don't, that's fine. But that's something that even I, as a creator, I had to quickly come and be adjusted to that. And because I always wanted to help people with my content, right? Because you guys know I came on here started talking about my life and stuff. But it quickly changed because other content came in, other things came in, then the whole Amberlynn Reid thing happened. And I found myself on a different journey to where now I'll talk more and more about my life on my Patreon and stuff. However, I did used to feel a sense of guilt as far as, oh, well, will people still find me relatable? Well, will they still want to, you know what? The real ones are the real ones, and whoever is rocking with me will rock with me, and whoever doesn't. And guess what? Either way is cool, because I'm gonna keep going, period. No one stops the show but me. And that's not to sound conceited, but that's a frame of mind that I see a lot of people lack, because it's easy to get lost and it's easy to lose yourself on this platform. And you guys know that I've been discussing a lot in my Amber reactions that I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Amber does not know herself. She has no sense of identity. She
It's very smart what she said. Very interesting. I guess it is easy to kind of lose yourself on the platform because like everybody, well, look, everybody starts making videos and you have your like initial idea of what you want, what kind of videos you want to make, and like what you want your channel to be. And then what inevitably I think ends up happening is that you change focus, right? Especially if it's your first channel, right? You make a video, keep making videos, they're shit, nobody watches them, then you get like a little bit of a response and then a little bit of feedback, and people start responding more and more to one type of video. And then because you're getting that like positive reaction from that one style of video, you keep making those types of videos. Yeah, you branch out here and there and like change things as necessary. But like she said, like I'll tell you what it is, like what she said about kind of like, I guess, not caring what other people think, essentially, is very true, right? Like, what is the common wisdom on YouTube, right? It's like upload once a day maximum, keep your videos between 8 and 10 minutes, and use lots of like editing and jump cuts and special effects, okay? And I'm not like the best example in the world, but I just don't want to do things that way. I rarely have a video these days that's under 20 minutes. I upload between 5 and 8 videos a day currently, and I do them on a broad range of topics, right? You're supposed to like niche down. But that's what I want to do. There's people who like that, like strangely, and I'm just gonna keep doing it that way, until I can't, right? Maybe that might stop in a few weeks when I, decide to change location. You never know. But I think that's a very good point, and that should be further encouragement to anybody who wants to actually start their own YouTube channel. Because you have to understand that like it's not about doing things right. Don't worry about doing anything right. Just do something. Just do what you want to do, and the world is big enough that there are enough people out there who will like it. Like, period. That's it.
She has no sense of direction. She's never had structure. I've talked about some of these things, right? And I've talked about how it concerns me. Foodie Beauty is another person who lacks major structure, who just wants acceptance. Foodie Beauty wants to be able to do and say whatever she wants to do and say, and be as nasty to whoever she wants to be, but still be embraced for when she's going through tough times. No, you get out what you put in. You can't be terrible and expect us to embrace you. It does not work that way. And it's like, it's sad because I see that channels that have started out as mukbang channels have either become super problematic to where they're trying to lose weight now and they're struggling health-wise. I mean, even Avocado has gained a lot of weight just doing mukbangs. He says that he's happier with his weight gain, but either way, he has gained weight, and I'm not bashing him. You guys know I love me some Avocado. Like, y'all know I love him. As dramatic and crazy whatever as he is. However, even I am worried, like, okay, well, I hope his health is okay because, if he keeps gaining and, whatever else, then yeah, he may have health issues down the line. And that's someone who I wouldn't want to see anything happen to. Now, granted, when he was on his, fresh diet or whatever, when he was starting out, he was also very thin. Some people argued that he was unhealthily thin. Some people argued that, well, you saw his bones, so therefore he's still malnourished. I always say quotations because there's both sides of the argument. I was not there with Mikado. I don't know exactly what health shape that he was in, but like I'm saying, like I've seen it. And I understand that Mikado, he does his tea and, he'll talk about the drama and stuff, and I do love that. Like, I love that. And even though he does mukbangs, I do feel like he has more potential in his channel because at least he'll talk about different topics, and he does seem very, very, very focused on the mukbang community, the mukbang community drama, as far as SAS, ASMR, Veronica Wang, and all them. I mean, he always has his receipts, and even with the whole Trisha Paytas thing, yes, Trisha was obnoxious, and yeah, he exaggerated some parts, whatever, and it's not an excuse to exaggerate, but yeah, he did. I acknowledge it. Carry on. I still see more potential in his channel. Channels like Hungry Fat Chicks, channels like Foodie Beauty, Amber. I mean, even Trisha. Trisha's, in my opinion, she's just been stuck in her same cycle of content for years now. It's been at least 3 years. I've just seen the same cycle of content: mukbang, crying, singing, dance, and a music video. Mukbang, singing, crying, music video, and then maybe a tour. Oh, and then possibly some shopping, but like crying and all this stuff. And I feel like even when Trisha did her, the 10,000 calorie challenge, I feel like what a lot of people don't get or understand is how they can trigger others to binge and eat unhealthy and I want to say destroy their bodies because you never know who's going to watch that content. Yeah, you're doing it trying to be entertaining, but it's people out here who are easily triggered, who are struggling with issues, who get offended by content like that, to where if they watch something like that, or they even see something like that and they're recommended during their feed.
I hate this trigger warning bullshit. Like, you're so emotionally weak that like you see a girl eating a pizza and you like lose complete control and go buy like 6 pizzas and eat them because you saw a YouTube thumbnail of some girl eating a pizza. How dumb is that? I disagree. And honestly, like if you're that weak as a human being, like how are you alive? How are you alive these days? How do you like exist in the world? Do you live in an actual like plastic bubble where like you're afraid to like go outside because the germs will get you or something? It's so pathetic. Like I kind of want to meet like these people. They don't exist in the real world, right? They're only on the internet. I've never actually met a real person face to face who talks about being triggered or like talks about how they like saw a thumbnail and like they ate a pizza afterwards and it's the other person's fault. This is internet bullshit. This is like Tumblr bullshit or fucking Reddit, God forbid. It's a joke. It's actually a joke. And, you know, fortunately, these people, like, they're not going to make it, so they have no real, like, voice, I guess, in society. They can vote with their wallets. Okay, fine. So you do have, like, a vocal minority sometimes that sadly does manage to influence policy on, like, social media, let's say. But fortunately, the effect of that has still been minimized, right? And it's just kind of like they're paid under the table, so to speak, to shut them up. And so far, that hasn't really become a problem. It's getting a little bit more out of hand, but like at the end of the day, everybody really sees it for what it is. These people are just emotionally and mentally weak, and you know, should be placated temporarily just to shut them up, but nobody really takes them seriously anyway, and we don't expect them to actually do anything in their lives, and they'll just drop off and be culled from the herd sooner rather than later. So like, let's just like pay them $1 so they'll shut up. That's my opinion of like how these people are actually treated. Yeah, like you feel bad because Trisha Paytas fucking wiped a pizza on her face and like triggered some girl to eat a pizza. Like that girl's not gonna make it anyway.
That it might send them into a spiral. Granted, no one is like responsible for anyone's mental illness, but it's a lack of awareness because these same channels, they'll just post mukbang and mukbang, mukbang, but there's no real awareness or acknowledgement of their audience or who could be watching. There's no real appreciation for who's on the other side of the camera giving the viewership. It's all about me, 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 me. It's very greedy. And I get it, like mukbangs pull views, whatever. I mean, and another thing that I don't get is why do you need to gorge yourself? Yo, I did my first mukbang on my channel. I think it's still up. I was super hungover, okay? I had just went to the Future concert. I think I ordered some pancakes and some yogurt. I ordered yolk, right? Y'all will see in that mukbang, even though I'm eating kind of sloppy or whatever, because I'm hungover, like I was a girl. Yeah, I get full and I put the food up. And I even said, like, I know that y'all like to see all the food finished, but that's always been a thing to me. Like, why are people forcing themselves to eat? That's binging, whether you like it or not. And then all these same channels, they complain about the same issues. They complain. Trisha, Amber, Chantal, I think even Hungry Fat Chick has talked about it too. To where they get, Nicocado has, because Nicocato's gotten sick too. All of them. They get sick because they get so focused, they gorge themselves, and they overstuff themselves. And they're like, oh, I'm feeling sick, and da-da-da-da. Oh, I don't feel so good, da-da-da. You just binged. That's a side effect of binging. Your nausea, your pain, your lightheadedness. You just shocked your system with a bunch of food that you didn't eat for some views? For some views? And then you got one of the most entitled mukbangers on here, Veronica Wayne, to where if she eats 3 noodles, we just supposed to just all bow down. Girl, bye. Ain't nobody bothered. It worries me because I feel like the original Asian tradition of doing mukbangs and the whole meaning of congregation behind it all and sharing and feeling someone's company and just being human, you know, just eating, you know, just to virtually have the company of someone there or whatever you do it for. I feel like that has been exploited, it's been ruined, and it's attracted a whole new culture that is doing nothing but breeding toxicity.
I don't know, breeding toxicity, like, it's a bit of a stretch. But it's funny watching this because like I thought these, you know, I did a lot of mukbang videos where I like watched and commented, and I thought the same thing. I was like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like, what's actually wrong with these people? Because I'd never seen it before. I had no idea like that any of this was like even a thing. And you watch these like mentally ill, like, sorry, these people are, or again, are they doing it for the views, or is this just what they would do normally and they just happen to put it on YouTube? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, you watch people do this and you're like, what the fuck is going on that there's people who do this? And not only that, how is this like so popular? That's number one. Number two, she's so sassy. She's hilarious. Oh my God. Number three, you know, like the like traditional Asian art of mukbang has been perverted by greedy Americans who will like change something to like wring every last dollar out of advertisers to, you know, promote fucking Quest bars or whatever. You know, I think that's one of the necessary evils of American culture, is that we kind of we almost feel obligated to maximize everything. You know, we feel obligated, like we have to take something and see how we can make it not just better, but make it the best in the world, as proven by like how popular it is, or maybe I don't know, whatever. But anyway, it doesn't really bother me that like the like lost art of like watching Asian people slurp noodles is like somehow not, you know, is impure. I think it's disgusting to listen to fucking Asian people slurp noodles. Like makes me, it's gross. I hate that sound. Anyway, yeah.
Amongst the creators who are putting out these mukbangs and within the communities, in the mukbang community, there are a lot of people who are outraged, who don't even support or watch mukbangs because it triggers them so much. And that's the reason why I acknowledge some of you guys, because y'all be in my comment section. I go over my comment section. I might not remember everything that y'all say. I do get a lot of comments. I'm not trying to sound super bougie and have first world problems like, oh my God, girl, the comment section, it was too much. No. I'm not trying to do that at all. But I will acknowledge, because when I see something recurring and when I see people's stories, I will bring it up in the video to show that, hey, you didn't get overlooked. I see you, okay? Me personally, I don't really care about mukbangs either way. It doesn't irritate me like how ASMR does. And I guess people do like ASMR mukbangs, extreme slurping and burping, which girl, I cannot. To each his own. But from what I'm seeing, it's just breeding like this dark wave. And I get it. Some of you guys watch some of the YouTubers that I just named who do mukbangs, and y'all literally just live for it. Y'all don't mind because y'all like the company. Some of you guys tell me that y'all might put on a Nikocado mukbang to keep you company while you eat your lunch or while you're on your lunch break, or like a Trisha mukbang while you're just chilling and doing your thing. Yo, that's cool. But I'm talking about everything as a whole and like the different aspects that are there. And it really bothers me, the whole feeder situation. The whole feeder situation really bothers me, like, because the feeder situation goes off of YouTube. The feeder situation might travel to, let's just go ahead and put it like adult websites. You can find Hungry Fat Chick on some of these adult websites. That's what I'm gonna leave that at. That almost scares the living crap out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's gross for sure. Like it's I don't know, it's disgusting. Sorry, but it's gross. But like, again, like I said, it doesn't bother me that, you know, watching people eat is so popular with people who have too much time on their hands. Like, I don't care. People want to waste their time doing that. All right. Like this honestly, there's so many distractions out there. There's so many ways for people to slip up and fuck up and completely waste their life and not actually like leave any sort of legacy or produce anything of value beyond like spending their paycheck at the mall every fucking 2 weeks. So like, I don't know, I'm going to get mad that like people enjoy watching some like 500-pound woman eat, you know, meatball subs. Like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna get upset about like all these ways people are wasting their lives. I don't know. I'm not saying, you know, she's funny, she's hilarious to listen to, but like I don't, and it confuses me, I guess, to understand why this is so popular. But instead of, you know, I'll just kind of accept it that that's the way it is, and now I'll do fucking mukbangs. Are you kidding me? Like, you want to watch me eat and talk for 40 minutes? That'll make me famous? Okay, great. I'll do one every day. Like, I eat every day. I'll make a fucking super popular piece of content every day for insane people who have no life and are like content wasting their life and wasting their time watching me eat and talk. Sorry, no offense. Like, thank you all for watching my videos. I love you all. Like, I couldn't do it without you. But do you ever question sometimes like what you're actually doing? Like, do you not have anything better to do? I don't know. Whatever.
Because she would do so much better, and I understand she's making money, but she'd do so much better if she just took care of herself and stopped trying to entertain the people. And because at some point it gets toxic. It's no longer benefiting you. It's no longer benefiting the audience, and it's just greed, and it's gluttony at its finest. It's sad, you know. And it's so many other YouTubers I probably didn't even name. Like, I know it's like oh god, so many other like mukbang channels. It's really a lot of them. My mind's drawing a blank because I feel like I named everybody, but I know I didn't. I just touched on it. I could do a follow-up video and maybe talk more about each YouTuber specifically, or maybe do some reactions or give like more of my thoughts, because this was just me touching on it. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out because I've had some of you guys ask me, hey, react to Hungry Fat Shaker, react to this person, and you guys know I react to Nikocado. I do love him. I just wish him the best. He does worry me from time to time, but I wish him the best. I'm not hating on him. I'm not bashing up on him. I don't really have any tiff with him at all. Just worried about him. Just want him to be okay. But yeah, some of you guys asked me about some of these other people, and I'm just like, yo, it's the reason why I don't talk about some of these people on my channel, and I kind of wanted to just...
Yeah, honestly, like, you know, there's a famous meme that gets thrown around a lot on 4chan. It says the weak should fear the strong. And it has some guy, I think it's Sam Harris. He's like choking out some girl. Like, it's probably this like, not obviously like choking her out, but like he's got her in like a headlock, and she's like, and it's true. Like, if you're weak enough that watching a video on YouTube like sends you into like a downward spiral of like destroying your life, okay, like, bye-bye, you know. Can I have your stereo? Like, I don't know, like you almost like don't even, I don't want to say you don't deserve to be alive, but like, what makes you think you deserve anything in life if you're so emotionally fragile that like you can't handle seeing a thumbnail of like some girl, some fucking fat blob eating a pizza? I don't know. Doesn't bother me at all. The life of a free spirit. I like it. What are the comments on here? Yeah, I mean, you know, people want to fucking eat on camera. Like, Doesn't bother me. Like, go ahead, ruin your life, fucking destroy your health. Okay, you're making money, like, fine. If other people see this as like an acceptable life choice and decide to do the same thing, those people are never going to make it in the first place anyway. So thank you for like removing any sort of like question as to whether or not they were, because now it's clear that they're not. So yeah, anyway, very interesting. I like her. She's very sassy. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers you want me to take a look at, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.